Hi, I'm Izzy, and this is Dizzy Quilts and Sews. Welcome to episode 61 of hashtag Friday Sews. Friday Sews is a little bit about what we've been doing in the sewing room and a little bit about life. So let's get started with the sewing part. So I finished one thing this week. I worked on it most of last weekend, and that is a baby quilt for one of my team members who lives in the US. So he's expecting his child in June, so mid-June, might be early June. So I wanted to make sure that I got the quilt done in May so that I can mail it out and have it there when the baby comes. So I finished the quilt and I'll put a picture up. It's a pattern from Yvonne from the Quilting Jet Girl. It's called Red Herring, I believe. I messed up a little bit. I was so focused on making sure all of the arrows were pointing the same way that I forgot to put the sashing pieces in between each row. But anyway, so my quilt is a tiny bit smaller than the pattern, but I love it. I think it still works. I love the colors. I love the fabrics. Yeah, I'm super, super pleased with my little baby quilt. I also, while I was sewing the binding on this quilt, recorded all of the steps. And earlier this week, a binding tutorial went up on the channel. So hopefully that'll be helpful or useful for those of you who are dabbing? Anyways, don't know what the word is. Starting on your quilting journey. So that was the one finish I had this week. I then worked on another couple of quilt blocks for the year-long sew-along that I'm participating in. I am so loving these big blocks. They are huge. They're like 16.5 inches, I believe, each one. So this is going to be a very nice sized quilt when all of the blocks are put together into a quilt top. So yeah, most of my sewing this week was quilt sewing or quilting, which is unusual, and it was very nice, I have to say. It was very nice to get back to quilting for a few hours. I also got a few garments cut up, or I got the fabrics cut for a few garments. I worked on my Think Pink 15 garment this week, so that's ready to sew. And I also cut a new top for myself from the pattern, what is it called? The Brattle top by Cashmerette. I'm pretty sure that was a club pattern from earlier, maybe a month or two ago. It's got a really nice twist in the front, and I do love the fit I get with Cashmerette patterns, so I couldn't resist making that one up. I think it's going to be a super cute addition to my wardrobe for this summer. And that's pretty much it in terms of the sewing I've done this week. So quite a bit of quilting and some prep for a few garments I'm making and that I'm hoping to finish over this weekend. I am off for 4 days, so I took tomorrow off. So I'm filming this on Thursday. So I took Friday off, and Monday is a holiday here in Canada. So 4 straight days of rest and relaxation, which is going to be amazing. The weather is supposed to be really, really nice tomorrow, but then it's going to get cold again. And I don't have any plans, so hopefully I'll be able to spend quite a bit of time in the sewing room, finishing up the garments that I've already cut, and maybe get started on other projects. Now, you know that I've been sewing my stash. I've been really, really good so far about not purchasing any fabrics. And really the only new fabric that's entered my stash were my Think Pink boxes and a couple of pieces I purchased in January or February to make myself some pants because that was allowed. But I got an email from Blackbird Fabrics about a month ago, and I just could not resist a couple of pieces. I also did buy a few pieces from Beyond the Pink Door, but they haven't arrived yet. I will share those when they get here. Just because, yes, I needed new fabric. So the first piece I bought is this one. This is an eyelet or cotton eyelet fabric. You can sort of see the little holes. I absolutely love this. So the background, it's not really coming through on camera, but it's a beautiful navy with the white embroidery all over. I got 2 meters of this, and I will most likely make myself a blouse with this. I haven't really decided what yet, but definitely a blouse, because 2 meters is really just enough for a top. But yeah, I'm excited. This is gonna get in the wash, and it's gonna get used fairly soon, I think. And along with that beautiful fabric, I got a dead stock cotton lawn. Look at these gorgeous colors. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love this so much. And I think, yeah, I think it's gonna work on me. So the background is black, and it's got dark and light pink and some beautiful green here. Like it's almost like an olive green for the leaves. I also got 2 meters of this, and that is definitely going to be a shirt of some kind. I'm tempted to make myself another, either an aria with this or a melody dolman. Both are from Love Notions. I love the melody I made with the Lady McElroy fabric, so I might turn this into another melody dolman sleeve. So those were recent fabric purchases. And like I said, I did indulge in a few more pieces that are coming from Beyond the Pink Door. They just aren't here yet. The question of the week from Jen this week is, have you ever made a wedding dress or a prom dress? And my answer to that question is no. But when my daughter, Marianne, who's come on the channel before, when my daughter was tiny, she was maybe 4 or 5, I made her a princess dress for Halloween. So it was with the big poofy skirt and the fitted bodice. It had Velcro on the back so she can take it off easily. It was not super well done, I have to say, but she loved it. She wore that thing for Halloween, and then I think for 3 or 4 years, she wore that thing to every event, to every opportunity she had to wear the dress, she did. So yeah, I mean, huge return on investment, because my goodness, she wore that dress so much. So that was the most, I don't want to say necessarily involved, but that was the fanciest dress I ever made. So I would love to know, have you ever made a wedding dress or prom dress? And did you make it for yourself, or did you make it for somebody else? I would love to know. If you can put that in the comments below. All right, well, that's it for me this week. I hope you've had a wonderful week. I hope you have a great weekend. And thank you for stopping by. Please give the video a like on your way out if you liked it, and consider subscribing. Thanks again, and I will see you soon.